All right, deep divers, welcome back.
Back for another deep dive. You got it.
That's right.
Today,
What are we looking at?
we're going deep on a rising football star, Jacobo Ramon.
Oh.
Okay, and get this, our source is...
Don't tell me his autobiography already.
No, but almost as good.
I'm
His
intrigued.
Wikipedia page.
His Wikipedia
Yes,
page.
in Spanish.
Wow, keeping it authentic. I see.
Exactly. And we love finding those hidden gems in the most unexpected places.
That's what these deep dives are all about, right?
Right? Absolutely. So if you're a Real Madrid fanatic or just love discovering new talent, get ready to learn about Jacobo Ramon.
Sounds like a plan. Let's dive in.
Okay, let's start with the basics. Jacobo Ramon Navarros, born in Madrid on January 6th, 2005.
So it's
Just 20 years old.
Hmm.
A defender stands tall at 1.95 meters.
Whoa, that's over 6'4".
Yeah, a big guy. And currently plays for Real Madrid, both for the first team and...
Both.
Yeah, both the first team and Real Madrid Castilla, the reserve team.
Impressive.
Now here's the kicker. He made his debut with the first team at only 19. Wow, 19! That's practically unheard of for a club like Real Madrid. Most players his age are still working their way up.
Right.
It really shows the faith Real Madrid has in him. They must see massive potential.
Absolutely. And speaking of making a splash, his debut wasn't just any game,
Let me guess, El Clásico.
even bigger.
Hmm.
It was a Champions League match against RB Salzburg.
No way! Talk about pressure. The Champions League is the biggest stage for club football.
And to make it even better, Real Madrid won that match, 5-1. He came in as a substitute for Antonio Rudiger in the 78th minute.
So he got to experience a Champions League win in his debut. That's got to be a huge confidence booster.
Ed. Now, before his Champions League debut, he was already making waves with Real Madrid Castilla, the reserve team.
Right. I saw that mentioned on his Wikipedia page.
His page mentions a match against Linares Deportivo. Do you think this experience in the reserve team helped prepare him for the first team?
Absolutely. Playing for the reserve team is like a step-up stone. You hone your skills against tough competition, but with a little less pressure than the first team.
So it's like a proving ground.
Exactly. And in Jacobo's case, he clearly impressed the coaches enough to earn that call-up to the first team.
And speaking of impressing up, let's not forget his achievements before joining Real Madrid's senior team.
Yeah.
He won the UEFA European Under-19 Championship.
Wow, that's huge! That tournament features the best young talent in Europe.
And to win it, it really says something about his abilities.
Definitely.
And as if that wasn't enough, he also won the UEFA Super Cup with Real Madrid.
The UEFA Super Cup, that's like the Champions League of champions.
Right. It's incredible to think he's achieved so much at such a young age.
It really makes you wonder what's next for him.
Yeah, where does he go from here?
Well, his Wikipedia page offers some interesting insights into his journey so far.
Okay, I'm ready to keep digging.
Let's see what other gems we can unearth. So digging a bit deeper into his wiki page, it mentions that his debut with Real Madrid Castilla, the reserve team, happened on September 9th, 2023.
Okay, so pretty recent. What can you tell us about that match?
Well, it was against Linares Deportivo, and Castilla actually lost.
Well, they lost.
Yeah, 2-1, but
But still a valuable experience, I imagine.
definitely. The page mentions that he started the match.
Starting in your debut match for the reserve team, it's pretty significant, right? Shows they have confidence in him.
Absolutely. It means they saw him as a key player, someone they could rely on right from the start. They must have seen his potential even then.
It's amazing how these little details from a Wikipedia page can paint such a vivid picture.
It really is. And speaking of details, the page mentions his jersey numbers.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Number 12 for Castilla and number 25 for the first team.
Now, you might think jersey numbers are just random assignments,
I kind of do, yeah.
but they can actually hold a lot of significance in football.
Really? Tell me more.
Well, some players are very superstitious about their jersey numbers.
Makes sense.
They might choose a number that has personal meaning, like a birthday or a lucky number, or they might try to emulate a famous player who wore that same number.
Oh, interesting. So Jacobo's numbers could have a hidden meaning.
It's definitely possible. It would be interesting to hear him talk about it sometime, maybe in an interview. We could get a glimpse into his personality and what inspires him.
I'll have to keep an ear out for that.
Yeah.
Now, what about his stats? His Wikipedia page lists his career totals as of February 4th, 2024.
Right, and it shows he's played 3 matches for Real Madrid Castilla, but hasn't scored any goals yet.
Well, as a defender, his main job isn't to score goals, right? It's to prevent the other team from scoring.
Exactly. And from what we've seen, he's doing a great job at that. His height and strength give him a natural advantage, but it's his tactical awareness and decision-making that really set him apart.
It's pretty amazing to think that he's already achieved so much at such a young age, and his professional career has only just begun.
I know, right? It's like we're witnessing the early chapters of what could be a truly special career. This Wikipedia page gives us a great overview of his journey so far, but I'm really curious to see where he goes from here.
Me too. It's like watching a flower bud about to bloom. You
Mhm.
see the potential, but you can only imagine what the final form will look like.
What a great analogy. And with Jacobo, the possibilities seem endless. He has the talent, the drive, and the support system to achieve great things. But like any young player, he'll face challenges along the way.
For sure. Setbacks, tough competition,
Yes.
the pressure to perform at the highest level, it's all part of the journey.
Absolutely. But, based on what we've learned today, I think he has the mental strength to handle those challenges. He seems to thrive under pressure, and he consistently rises to the occasion.
I agree. He's got a calmness and composure that you don't often see in players his age, and he seems level-headed, which is so important in the world of professional football.
Okay.
So we've covered his stats, his early career, his debut, even his jersey numbers. What else can we find on this Wikipedia page?
Well, there's one more section that I find particularly interesting, his palmares.
Palmares.
It's basically a fancy word for his honors, the trophies he's won.
Huh? Okay, the trophy cabinet. What treasures do we find in there?
Well, it lists two major international titles, the UEFA European Under-19 Championship and the UEFA Super Cup, both won in 2024.
Wow, both in the same year. That's incredibly impressive at such a young age.
It really is. It speaks volumes about his talent, his work ethic, and his ability to perform under pressure.
And it shows he's a winner. He knows how to step up and get the job done, especially in a high-pressure environment like Real Madrid.
You're right. Real Madrid has a culture of winning. They expect nothing but the best from their players. And for Jacobo to already be contributing to that winning legacy, it's a fantastic sign.
Like he's proving he belongs in that legendary Real Madrid jersey,
Yeah.
adding his own chapter to their history.
And the exciting part is he's just getting started. Who knows what he'll achieve in the future?
It's going to be a blast to watch his journey unfold. This deep dive has been amazing. Jacobo Ramon is definitely a player to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. He's a rising star with the potential to become a global icon.
So to all our listeners, remember the name, Jacobo Ramon, because you're going to be hearing it a lot more in the years to come.
He really embodies the future of football. Skillful, passionate, and determined to make his mark.
I love that. Okay, so we've reached the end of our deep dive into Jacobo Ramon's Wikipedia page.
But this is just the beginning of his story.
Exactly. The best is yet to come. Now that we've explored all the fascinating details on his Wikipedia page, what does this all mean for his future?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? We've seen his impressive rise, his remarkable debut, his collection of titles, but predicting the future of any athlete, especially in football, is never easy.
True, but we can speculate a bit, can't we? I mean, based on everything we've learned, where do you see his career going?
Well, he's definitely got the talent and the drive to succeed at the very top. He's already playing for one of the best clubs in the world, and he's proven himself on the international stage, too.
So you're saying he could become a Real Madrid legend, like up there with names like Raul Casillas Ramos?
It's possible, but the path to becoming a legend is long and tough. It takes more than just talent. It takes resilience, consistency, and a bit of luck, too.
Yeah, you're right. Injuries, changes in coaching staff, competition from other players, all those things can impact a career.
Exactly. And let's not forget the immense pressure that comes with playing for a club like Real Madrid. The expectations are massive, and the spotlight is always on you.
But you know what? From what we've seen, I think Jacobo has the mental toughness to handle it all. He seems to actually thrive under pressure, and he always seems to rise to the occasion.
I agree. He has a calmness and composure that's rare for someone his age. And he seems to have a good head on his shoulders, which is so important in the world of professional football.
So what's your prediction? Real Madrid legend, or will he end up somewhere else?
That's a tough one. I'm going to stay optimistic and say he has everything it takes to become a Real Madrid great. But even if his journey takes him to another club, or even if he faces some tough challenges along the way, one thing's for sure. Jacobo Ramon is a player we'll be talking about for a long time.
And that's what makes this deep dive so exciting. We're seeing a young player on the verge of greatness, and we get to watch his journey unfold. Who knows what triumphs and challenges are in store for him?
It's like you said, it's the beauty of it all. We're witnessing the early chapters of what could be a truly remarkable career.
So to all our listeners out there, keep an eye on Jacobo Ramon. Follow his journey, celebrate his victories, and learn from his setbacks. because this guy is a shining example of what dedication, passion, and raw talent can achieve.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And who knows, maybe one day we'll be back here doing another deep dive into his Wikipedia page, amazed by everything he's accomplished.
Yeah, that's a deep dive I'd definitely be up for. But for now, we've reached the end of our exploration. Thanks for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of Jacobo Ramon.
It's been a pleasure diving deep with you as always.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those deep dive requests coming.